Yo, Sony legitimately tried to legalize larceny.
How would you like to suck my balls, Mr. Garcia?
What's going on, everybody? Back with another video this week, and if you're new here, my name is BauerKillz. I've got 32 consecutive years of day-to-day gaming XP, and I am the anti-shill. My goal is to be an objective source of truth and reason for you, to cut through that wave of BS that exists in this industry, in a world where objectivity and honesty is as rare and fleeting as Sony legitimately treating their fans with basic common human decency. If that's the type of content you think you can get behind, then what I'd ask you to do is invite the like button over to your house and tell them you're going to go over to Sony Vice President Kevin Butler's house to spend the day, and instead drop them off at Sony President and CEO Jim Ryan's home and leave them behind.
Thanks for not shoving the nozzle up my ass first.
Also, click that subscribe button so you can see anytime I go live or upload a new video right here on YouTube. So guys, I've been out sick, and this might be old hat at this point.
I see what you did there.
I want to kind of talk about this Horizon upgrade debacle that has played out, because there's an aspect of this that a lot of people have not picked up on. Maybe one or two folks I've seen mention this, but it is glaring.
What are you talking about? I barely notice it.
And it just showcases so well the depth of depravity coming out of Sony right now, and how they're treating their fans and how they intend to do business. So let's recap this real quick. Most of you know this already. PlayStation came out and said, if you want a copy of Horizon Forbidden West on your PlayStation 5, dual entitlement. We're going to use big words. It's the same game, just being played on PlayStation 5, okay? The only way you're going to be able to do that, buy a certain version of the game where it's an additional $30 more than the standard edition. And if you don't do that, by the way, well, you're going to have to buy the entire game over again to get that version on PlayStation 5.
If I wanted a joke, I'd follow you into the John and watch you take a leak.
Absolutely and utterly ridiculous for so many reasons. I can't even articulate it properly, but you guys understand. What Sony did was essentially come out and attempt to get you to pay double the price for Horizon Forbidden West, for the privilege to play it on PlayStation 5.
The shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really.
Remember, they had already said this in the PlayStation blog last year. Either right when the PlayStation had released or right before it had released, they had already told us that this was coming free of charge, that edition of Horizon Forbidden West would have been a free upgrade, as it really should be. So kind of lost in this entire situation, right, is you've got Sony just pulling this real slimy move to the point where even like the Sony diehards were out in droves talking about how terrible this was and how Sony was going to lose their business.
I just want to tell you all, go yourself.
If they could have gotten away with double charging you for Horizon Forbidden West, they absolutely would have done it. As we all know, what ended up happening was Sony walked it back. Jim Ryan came out and said, oh, I think we missed the mark.
Fight. For the birdie. Fight. So much
You didn't miss the mark, dude. You tried to legalize larceny. But now they're giving it away for free, so all is good, right? No. And that same message coming from President of PlayStation, Jim Ryan, he doesn't just say that Horizon Forbidden West will have a free upgrade to PlayStation 5. Literally in the same breath, confirmed that there will be no more upgrades for PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 cross-generational titles.
Well, Lottie frickin' God!
This was just kind of sitting right out in front of everybody, and I'm not seeing anybody talk about it, and it's blowing my mind. By design, they pulled off a move that was intended to make them look good. Oh, no, we'll give it to you for free. Now you got a bunch of people who were like, well, Sony was going to do the wrong thing, but good on them. Good on them for now coming back and giving us the free upgrade. It's free now and everything else will only be a $10 upgrade. Dude, they totally eliminated the option for free upgrades moving forward. And it is so slimy and it is so blatantly obvious what they're doing. They took this situation to do two things. One, to see if they had actually gotten to the point where they could double charge shamelessly for the same game. And two, which I think was their real goal, was to totally eliminate the concept of free upgrades from this point forward for any cross-generational title. So if you're on Sony's platform and you happen to be one of the millions of people who cannot get a PlayStation 5 and you're playing essentially a game that's made for the PlayStation 4 but happens to be available on the 5, okay? You're playing a PlayStation 4 game at that point. Now Sony has used this debacle to further line their own pockets, eliminating entirely the idea or the notion of giving away another free upgrade to a PlayStation 5 version of whatever game that you're looking at. It is so transparent and it's so obvious, and yet you see kind of how this situation played out. Sony's response to it, completely controlling the environment, controlling the message, and so many people simply coming away with it thinking, oh, Sony did the right thing. No, they didn't.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
What they did was they tried to double charge you for this, and then when that didn't work, their real goal, which I believe was their real goal from the start of this, saying you have got to pay us at least $10 for any game that is coming out that is playable on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. And in that way, they get to charge you PlayStation 5 prices for PlayStation 4 games. They are continuing to put your interests last, period. At this point, if you're a Sony fan, all power to you. Play the platform that you support. Play the platform that you enjoy the most in the games that you want to play. So guys, that news came out while I was sick. It took me a couple weeks to get back.
Kept you waiting, huh?
But this was something I still wanted to talk about because so many have not commented on this aspect. From my point of view, man, Sony fans are starting to run out of things to be able to complain about, because if you're allowing them to do this to you repeatedly, they're going to keep doing it to your detriment. They're robbing you blind, and they're telling you they're going to rob you blind in the future as well. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much again for all your kind words and support. We'll talk to you here real soon, but until then, take care. Stay healthy, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.